Are you feeling run down and physically ill from your caregiving efforts? For some caregivers, caregiving responsibilities never end. Whether it's the phone call to show up at the hospital emergency room where you'll probably stay for the next 6 to 8 hours until you have a plan for the loved one that you're caring for, or spending hours on the phone with physicians and insurance companies trying to decide on what happens next with a parent who has one health problem after the next and the next and the next. Or maybe you are the person with health problems that seem to get worse as the days pass. And because of not feeling well, you are physically run down from trying to take care of yourself, and the emotional stress can be overwhelming. If this is your life experience, being run down and physically ill from caregiving, it's time to pay more attention to you. While it may be easier, if you're the caregiver, to focus on mom or dad or events happening in the lives of people that you know, ignoring your physical health, your emotional health, and your well-being won't improve your life. In fact, ignoring these things may add more pressure, more worry, and more anxiety. How do I know? I've been where you are personally and professionally over the past 25 years. I burned the candle at both ends, answered phone calls at midnight, had me time interrupted by having to make life and death decisions that needed to be made because I was the legally responsible party and there was no one else. I was the guardian, the conservator, the medical and financial power of attorney. And I became run down by trying to do it all. This is a very common caregiving experience that, if you allow it to, will continue to spiral out of control until you decide to take control, or until your health and emotional issues suffer a breakdown. So, stay with me while I share this short video with tips to think about around finding peace within the daily challenges of caregiving, so that you have a go-to strategy when you're feeling overwhelmed by all of these crazy life events. I'm Pamela D Wilson. I'm a professional caregiving expert, advocate, and speaker with 25 years of experience helping adults and their caregivers work through the health, financial, and legal aspects of caregiving, including navigating complex family relationships. You can learn about my professional experience by visiting my website, PamelaDWilson.com, or clicking on the links below this video. Please do like this video, follow my channel, share these videos, comment, even if it's only to say thank you. One little thank you makes a big difference in helping other people find their way here. If you are physically and emotionally worn out, what did you do for yourself today? What did you do for yourself yesterday? How much time did you make for you? If the answer is, I didn't do anything for myself, I didn't set any time away for myself because you're constantly doing for others, I want you to stop. Be still for the duration of this video. Stay with me. Stop worrying about everything that's happening to you. Stop allowing your fears, real or imagined, to get the best of you and take you off track. To find peace around the daily challenges and the stresses and the exhaustion of caregiving, you must create peaceful time or a peaceful space in your daily life. It's mandatory. I suggest doing this first thing when you wake up and right before you go to bed. That is what I have done for myself for, more than 20 years. The goal is to choose peace and get rid of all these thoughts that are just spinning around in your head that are causing you to be more anxious and more worried. Find a way to focus on calm and peace. Focus on your faith if you are a faith-based person. The goal is to avoid anxiety and fear and just these spirals of worrying about what's going to happen next. To do this, you have to figure out what practices or activities give you peace. What calms you down? Is it prayer, meditation, affirmations, reading the Bible, sitting outside in nature, having your dog sit next to you and pet your dog, listening to calming music? It doesn't matter what it is. Figure it out. And whatever it is that gives you peace, that stops you from spiraling around in your mind thinking of all these things you have to do and all these worries and everything that might go wrong. Find that peaceful focus and do whatever that is for you. 20 minutes before you get out of bed in the morning and 20 minutes before you fall asleep at night. Then add to this and create a practice or sayings that you can use throughout the day to recenter and calm your thoughts when things start to get crazy and you feel your anxiety just rising. Think hopeful thoughts. Trust that events will work out for you because you're doing your best and you have consistently done your best. Because you're being thorough about everything that you do. Because you're thinking about decisions before you make them. Because you're not immediately reacting to outside circumstances. You're looking at outside circumstances, thinking about what to do, and then responding. All you can do is the best that you can do with the resources that you have. Most of all, be grateful for the smallest blessings in your life. Anything positive that happened today? Was there anything positive that happened today or yesterday? For example, you got in your car, you turned on the key, and you know what? It started. It got you where you needed to go. Some people, they don't have that luxury. They don't have a car, or maybe their car needs repairs and they can't afford the repairs. What happened with your car today that went well was a blessing. You had food to eat. Maybe you had breakfast or lunch. Maybe you had a warm cup of coffee. Maybe the sun was shining and it was a beautiful day, and so on and so on. Being appreciative for all of these little things builds gratitude and appreciation in your life, and you can actually find peace in these little events. Sit in the sun for a minute. Let the breeze blow on your face. Enjoy a cup of coffee in perfect quiet wherever you are. There are so many small things that we can appreciate if we stop being so busy and worrying about other people and constantly doing and doing and doing for others. When you feel stressed, when you feel burned out, stop yourself for a minute and choose peace and love and faith instead of anxiety, worry, and fear. And most of all, if you're trying to do everything yourself, stop it. Ask for help. Seek help. Find help. Believe that helpful people and positive circumstances are coming your way. Regardless of your circumstances, whether you are the caregiver or the person with health problems who needs care and you have to take care of yourself, your mind and your thoughts have such a huge impact on your daily life. As you create these peaceful practices to bring more peace and quiet and calm into your life, you'll realize that you actually have the power to create good in your life. You have way more power than you ever imagined. So spend more time on you to avoid becoming run down and physically ill from caring for others or caring for yourself. I thank you all so much for being here. I'm Pamela D Wilson. I'm a caregiving expert, advocate, and speaker. Go to my website, PamelaDWilson.com. There is so much helpful information there. My caregiving blog, my caregiving library, 3 online courses, my book, videos, ways to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. There's also a lot of helpful videos here on my YouTube channel. If you type a topic into the search bar, more than likely a video will come up. I'll see you all again soon in another video.